Hey there, welcome back to another fun and creative video on our channel. Today we're diving into the exciting world of Draw This in Your Own Style challenge. Get ready to unleash your creativity, put your own spin on some amazing artwork, and have some fun. Grab your favorite drawing tools, grab a drink, let's get started. The Draw This in Your Own Style challenge is super popular. It's been around forever, but it's still very popular challenge that artists do a lot of. We basically, I say that like I'm an artist. I'm not an artist, but basically artists will create their own version of another artist's work, adding their unique style and flair to it. It's such a fantastic way to practice your own skills, get inspired, connect with other artists in the community, and just really develop and find your own style, your own way of drawing things as well. For this video, I've chosen 3 challenge pieces that I have wanted to do for so long now, but I just couldn't find the time. And I figured what better time than now, and I can use it as an excuse to make another video. So for the purpose of this one, I will keep the original up as reference for most of it. Usually when I do this, I tend to look at the image kind of for a few minutes, pick out the important parts, and then put it away. I love doing the challenges because it usually gets me to focus on what exactly is my style. So, you know, I see things and I will look at them and be like, okay, how would I draw that? And you would see a lot, you'll see a lot of these on my Instagram. I do a lot of these challenges, especially in like chunks. I'll get some kind of like, I don't know, bug where I just can't stop. I had a real bad bug around Christmas time where I did a lot of them. But yeah, so I do think that doing these is great, and it will help develop your style. I would say actually that this is probably one of the things that helped me to develop my style so much, and why my style changed so much over the past year, just from doing these kinds of challenges. I also put the links to the artists' Instagram profiles. I put their handles and their hashtags for their challenges in the description below. So if anyone wants to join in on them, it should be pretty easy for you to do so, but also, you know, just for credit because they did create the originals. For this first piece, it is by, and I'm going to pronounce these all super wrong, I'm so sorry, but it's by elizmil.art. And I picked it because, I mean, well, it's beautiful for one. Like, you're looking at it right now. You can see it's gorgeous. It's also very different from my own style, which helps me to not, like, adopt it. I find sometimes when my style is so similar to the style that I'm trying to, like, create in my style, I won't like necessarily copy it, but I find that they will like almost blur into the same kind of thing. So it's like a mixture of our 2 styles instead of just 100% my own. So when it's completely different, it kind of forces me to really hone in on what it is that I do, how it is that I would create it. So I'm drawn more to things like these where it's completely different from my own, so that I don't, you know, unconsciously kind of develop or grab a style that's not really my own, if that makes sense. I don't know, maybe it doesn't make sense, probably doesn't, but anyway. I also thought the butterflies would help to make it look still good in my kind of cutesy style, because she's kind of like, she's like a warrior princess of some kind. Like, she looks really kind of cool, and mine stuff is not cool. And so I thought with like all of the like jewelry and stuff, having the butterflies can kind of even it out. So I also thought that would work. I'm also a huge sucker for like elf ears and just extra stuff in general. I love all the like the tattoos and the piercings and all of that stuff. My style doesn't get too detailed, so I just kind of took the basics of what it was, but still like tried to keep it good. And I think it worked out pretty well. The blue was not something I'm used to, not something I normally work with, but when I do, I find that I really like it. It's just not kind of my color palette. My color palette is like browns and pinks. I mean, my name is Pinky. Like, those are just my that's my palette, brown and pink. So I don't use a lot of blue, so I really did like it, and I think it came out good. And I will say, anytime I've ever kind of leaned heavy on blue, I have always liked it, so I guess that's something. And yeah, so I did the same thing for all of them. I think I kind of cut out a lot in the second and third one because you just see me do the same things over and over again. But I wanted to try and be as detailed as I could in the first one so that if you wanted to follow along and kind of learn from what I do, you can kind of see it. I think it's the second one that has a hand, so I do slow down for that in case you want to like watch the hand part. A lot of my drawing process, which I've noticed while filming videos of myself doing art, is really zooming out and looking at it again and again and again and again and again. And I don't know if it drives everyone else insane, but it kind of drives me nuts to watch myself do it over and over again, because I'm just like, yeah, it's not going to get any better the further away it gets. And I'm a sucker for trying and trying and trying to get like the perfect line. And when I watch these videos, I look back and I'm just like, oh, you should have just stuck with the first thing that you drew because it was good. And that always kind of, it doesn't help. It doesn't make me feel good about myself in most cases. I'm also, you know, I get super nervous creating things like this though. Like comparing my work to others is kind of what I do all the time as it is. My anxiety gets the better of me most of the time. So when I'm looking at all these beautiful pieces of art that I follow on Instagram, you know, like I willingly follow these people, I look at it and I'm just like, oh my God, like I'm wasting my time. What am I doing? Nobody's going to want to see my art. Nobody's going to want to like watch my videos. Nobody wants to do anything that has to do with my art. And I get really kind of bogged down in it. And I just find that, I don't know, like as time has gone on, I have gotten better, but it still is kind of there. And this style does kind of take it out of me, which I think is why I binge this challenge, not style, this challenge more. I do binge it. Like I really want to do it, and then I'll do it a lot, and then it kind of makes me depressed, and then I'll stop for a while. And I mean, that's just because of my own personal, you know, issues with my own art and stuff. It is getting better. You know, my art is not her art, and it's not the art that I want to make either. So like I could draw the semi-realistic. I have done that in the past, and I still do enjoy that art, but I enjoy looking at it more so than I do drawing it. So, you know, my art may not be as beautiful, it may not be as glamorous as some of these, but it's still mine, and I've come a long way with it, and it's kind of finally getting into a place where I can be proud of it. So I think that's maybe one issue you want to be careful of, like, especially if you're like me and you kind of think that your art isn't super great, because 9 times out of 10, that's all in your head. Actually, probably 10 out of 10. It's all in your head. And, you know, like, especially when you're that person, if you're like me, you get people that tell you all the time that they really like your art, and, you know, you come up with excuses as to why they're saying that, like, oh, they're just being nice or whatever. So, I mean, I will say the Draw This in Your Own Style challenge can be a little rough on your feelings if you're overly critical of yourself. But I also think that it's a good way to develop that skill and develop your own style, especially if you do like style choices. If you take style choices that aren't similar to your own, then I think it helps too. It does for me anyway, especially when they're not my own. It's like, well, I can't compare myself to this person because her style is completely different than mine. So whoever might, you know, somebody might like her style, but they also prefer mine, or they can like both, you know what I mean? So that helps me. My crazy, I think, is showing right here, but what can you do? Oh, I wanted to tell everyone too, I've started a Ko-fi page. I don't know how to say it, but I thought it was a nice kind of alternative to Patreon, because you can just follow me and get free stuff, which I don't know if Patreon really does that. And yeah, so I thought that would be a nice thing. I'm gonna do some exclusive stuff over there too, so I will put that link in my description as well. I don't think it's normally there. I just kind of stumbled across it because somebody actually, like, I had a page a long time ago, and then somebody actually donated to my little cause, I guess, and I was like, what is this thing? Where did I get this dollar from? And I realized that, oh, it's this thing, and I thought, why not? I thought I'd give it a try. I kind of like it more than Patreon because I love the idea of just being able to like give $1 or just get stuff for free and just follow me instead of having to be a member of my thing, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I hate giving away, like, I hate charging for my art. I like to give everything away. if I could just make money with, like, I don't know, however else people make money with art, like AdSense, I guess, would be a way. Like, if I could just do that and give everything else away, I would love it. I don't know. I feel like art should just, or at least my art should just be free. But anyway, I digress. So I did do the coffee, and I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a cute little thing and kind of fun. So I've started that. I will have some exclusives over there as well if you want to check it out. I also have my own Draw This in Your Own Style challenge that I have posted on my Instagram. It was a while ago now, but I did just recently hit 500 followers on my Instagram, so I might do another one just because. I mean, we'll see, because I mean, I've been hovering around 500 forever and have never passed it, and then when I do pass it, it just kind of dips back under, so perhaps I'll wait and see how long the 500 lasts. But yeah, so maybe I'll do another one, but I will link to the one that I've already done below, and then that way, if you want to join it, you can. It is a cute little bunny character. It's like a little bunny girl. I think she's cute anyway. So you can join that if you like as well. I would love to see it. You can tag me and all that good stuff so that I can, and that would be amazing. And then while you're over there on Instagram, you can shoot me a message and I can follow you, and it would be great. I also have my doodle challenge going on. I've done a doodle challenge for June. So the first was Friday, I think. Anyway, that's also going. So you can join in on the doodle challenge if you check out my Instagram. What's the second one? So my second piece is by, and I'm going to say this wrong again, Stefannelaia, I think. So she had done another Draw This in Your Own Style challenge that I had also done a while ago. When I was doing one of my binges, and I just kind of fell in love with her art. I think it's beautiful. I loved the piece that she did. I can't remember whose Draw This in Your Own Style it was, but it was like a witchy one. And I just think her stuff is so pretty and it's so cute. And this one, I just fell in love with, like, the story. And she gives the story with, like, nothing. She has so little in this picture. Like, you don't see anything. It's, again, just pretty much a character on a white background. You don't see anything, yet it tells such a good story, and I really like that. It's like, you know, what kind of creature is this thing? Or is it just a girl with, like, fake ears? And, like, what or who is she looking at? Is she nervous or scared? Like, I don't know. And then it's like, why is she holding that plant? And she's kind of holding it in, like, a secretive way. And then why is there a bird just on her head? Like, I want to know more about this character, which is what kind of drew me to this one as well. So even though it's more similar of an artwork style than, and see, I even tried to change up the eyes a bit to just, I don't know, whatever. But, anyway, that's what I was saying. Like, even though it's a more similar art style, and I tend to not do that, just the whole, like, story behind her really made me want to do it. I really thought, like, what's going on with this girl, and it just kind of drew me to it. I'd love to know more about her. I also, like, love the fact that she's got this huge floofy hair. I struggled with it, and I couldn't quite figure out how to do it the way I wanted to do it, but I loved it. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna do it. And yeah, and I don't know why, but I do a hand in this one, which is another thing that I don't generally do. But I did do a hand in this one, and I actually really liked how it came out. I was surprised by that. I don't draw a lot of hands, in case you haven't noticed, considering out of 3 of them, only one of them has hands, and really only one hand in that picture. But I don't know. I thought it turned out pretty good. So the other thing I struggled with was her ears. Like, I tried doing them in the beginning, and then I just couldn't. I don't know. And the bird, too. I think because, again, it was one of those things where her style's so similar that I almost, like, couldn't remember how I draw birds. And I think that was a bit of an issue as well. And I struggled with that. And I think, too, like, the fact that I had no idea what those ears were. They kind of reminded me of, like, an owl's ears because of, like, the tufts. And then I didn't know how big to make them, so I kind of did everything else around it, and then thought, okay, well, you know, we'll do that, and worked with it that way. I don't know. So, I did that. But I do think it turned out really cute. I kind of wish I would have worked a little bit harder on the hair, but it was getting frustrating for me. And when I'm starting to get frustrated with art, I just kind of don't want to do it anymore. And that's just my own personal issue, I guess. I don't know. It is. Whatever. I've got a lot of them, so it is what it is, I guess. You're here for it, guys, so enjoy. Enjoy my issues. But yeah, so I thought it was cute. I liked the emotion that I got out of it as well. And although I will say, I think mine might look maybe a little bit more scared. I don't really know. I don't know. I also struggled with the leaves on this one for the plant. I don't know why, because when I was watching the video, I was like, just leave it at the one that you did. The first one was perfect. Why do you change it? But I changed it a lot, and I continued to change it, and it was just really frustrating. But yeah, so I did the hand. I did this one pretty quick, but the hand is going, and you can see how it kind of came together, and I don't know why, but I really do think that it looks good for a hand, especially for one of my hands. I don't do hands. I don't like hands. Hands and I are not friends. We probably should become more acquainted. I probably should create more hands. I know that that's probably true. I just don't want to. I want to create a background, but I don't want to create hands. So, but you know, it is what it is. But I like the way it came out, and I just kind of wish that I knew what was going on with this character. But I'll never know. Or maybe I will. Maybe they'll let us know. Maybe the creator there will be like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take pity on you, and I will help you out with this. So if that happens, that would be great, because I would love to know what's going on with her. I don't know. I think mine looks more scared than hers does, but hers kind of has that element of being scared or not being, I don't know. It's something. But yeah, so then I colored quick. I drew quick. The second one I did, I mean, like I said, in the first one, I drew it a lot slower so that we could get, like, you know, the look and see how it's done, or how I do it, or whatever. And in this one, I did go a little bit slower. My third piece was also quite different, which I did like. And I really just, I can't believe I waited so long. Like, I did this video long before I put it out on Instagram, and I will say I'm really surprised that I waited until the video was out to get these up on Instagram, because I have a problem of wanting to share my like stuff that I do almost immediately, especially when it's like a draw this in your own style kind of a thing. I want to share it as soon as possible, and I didn't in this case, so I guess I should be pretty proud of myself because I held it in there. But I did end up, you know, finishing it and then scheduling it all, so that probably took the edge off. But yeah, what else is new? I still have my Discord. I would love to have you guys join if you wanted to. All of those links and stuff will be in the not the comments, in the that thing below, you know, the description below. I'm still kind of dealing with back pain. I'm still dealing with my meds. I've been to the doctor again actually today, well, as of the day that I'm doing the audio, and it was pretty much just a take some more medicine kind of thing. I don't know, so it is what it is. But that's that one done, and then we're moving on to the third one. So the third piece is by Nadia of Lavona Art. Oh geez, I am butchering these names. I apologize to all. I just can't even. I'm sorry. This one was like a green heavy, which was another color that I don't use often, and I thought was, you know, something that would be different. I did like the whole, like, she's got like the buggy like wings in her hair, and then the flowers. It just gave kind of like a spring vibe. And I really like that aspect too, because I mean, I was doing this in the spring. It's still technically spring, I guess, but I was doing it, you know, kind of in the height of springtime for us here, and I just really liked the look and feel of it. There's nothing better for me than like a little spring fairy. I just think that's great. And so yeah, I picked her for that reason. And then the green, I thought, you know, I never use green, so let's kind of go all in, and I used it for my sketching and all kinds of stuff. I don't tend to make green a focal point and I think it worked pretty good in this case. I ended up not using green for the inking. I just used it to like sketch it. I think maybe just, you know, to get into that like green fairy spring vibe or whatever. That's what I'm, you know, what, yeah, it's fine. Anyway, but I did like the way it came out. I actually really liked the hair too. I thought it came out pretty good. I definitely don't use as bright of green as she does, and her green I guess isn't really all that bright, but mine's definitely, I mean, all of my colors are a lot more like, I don't know, they're like desaturated pastels. They look like garbage, I think, most of the time, but it is what it is. But I do like the way the hair came out. I thought it was a really kind of neat look to it as well, so we'll see. I had like no ability apparently to draw a small flower, so I was just like, I'll just draw a big flower and put it on, I guess. I don't know. I don't know quite what my brain was thinking at that time, but I still think it turned out pretty cute. I even like resisted the urge of just copying and pasting the hair, so that was good. I, you know, managed to do that, which is very nice. And yeah, I think that was pretty much it. You know, I don't normally do this kind of thing with my videos. I've been trying to do a few kind of fun whatever, like last week with my villains, turning them kawaii, and now this is the draw this in your own style. So like normally I just do kind of like tutorial type things, but I thought it would be fun to just kind of draw as well with you guys. So please do let me know if you enjoyed the video, or if you have other ideas that you would rather see, or if you're like, no, I'm here just for the doodles. I mean, I guess that's, you know, that's fair too. I mean, I did just spend a lot of time doing this, but that's fine. You know, if you don't like it, let me know. Let me know. It's good that I know, because I want this channel to not just be like, it's not my channel, right? It's our channel, which is why I always say, like, welcome to our channel, because it is, like, I think of it as ours. So, like, if you guys want to have more focus on just doodles, or you want to have focus on different things, you know, let me know, because I want to do the things that you guys are interested in. I want to do, and you know, don't get me wrong, I want to do what I'm interested in as well. Like, I don't want it to be just doing things that I hate because I know that other people like them, but I want you guys to feel like you have some kind of choice in what gets put on my channel as well. So, you know, I don't want you thinking that you don't have a say or you don't have like an opinion, because you do, and I really want to know what that opinion is. So, you know, let me know in the comment section below if this is not your style. If you just want to learn how to do doodles, then that's fine, and if you like this kind of thing, that's also fine too. I'd love to find like a bit of a balance where I can do fun kind of experimental art videos and then do other, you know, things that people are, you know, here for, kind of thing, I guess, like tutorials and things like that. I really don't think that I'm the best person to teach other people how to draw, but I do know that everyone, no matter what stage that you're at, you have something to teach someone. You know, you have some kind of lesson to share. And so, you know, I feel like whether I am perfect or not is definitely, I mean, I'm not, but you know, my experiences are different than your experiences, and I think that, you know, I still have some kind of value to show you stuff. So I still want to show you guys different things and you know, do the doodles and things like that as well. But, you know, if you guys like to see stuff like this, I would also like to know that. I really apparently struggled with the base color on the third one here. But I'm fixing it up. One thing I will say, I love that pink shirt on this one. I don't know what it is. I mean, it's probably the fact that it's like pink against the green and it looks really good. But I really liked it. And she was very pale, so I made mine very pale, which is why I put it on a gray background. Because next to the white, you couldn't even see anything. It was so like, ugh. But yeah, so I mean, you've seen me color before, so I didn't do anything super like crazy or anything. I just colored it quick, and then I'm focusing on like doing the shadows and stuff. And you'll notice too, I don't do highlights really in my drawings. If I do, it's like a quick highlight on a cheek or something like that. Like, it's not, I just generally don't do highlights. I don't know why, I just don't. My style is, you know, simple and lazy is kind of the way I would describe it, I guess. So I just don't do that. But I did want to focus on like the shading that I do, and that way you can see like my process for that. It's really just shading where I think there would be shade. I have no process. I'm not a trained artist in any way, so I don't know about like contours and things like that or anything like that. But I do, you know, I just shade where I think it should be and where it looks good. Sometimes I know that it wouldn't be shaded there, but I'm like, you know what, it still looks good, so I'll do that as well. That's just the way it is. But I just wanted to say also thank you so much for joining me, and thank you. We got to 400 subscribers, so thank you for that as well. And thanks for joining me just on this draw this in your own style challenge adventure. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you discovered some new ways to express your creativity and yourself. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe for all that, you know, all that good stuff, all those kawaii doodle tutorials and inspiration. And let me know which one was your favorite. Till next time, guys. Happy doodling. Bye.